Okay, imagine walking through a box store and having a pallet of heavy stuff collapse right on top of you. Happened to a West Jordan man. And when the company tried to shirk responsibility, he decided it might be time to get Gephardt to investigate. Matt, what'd you find out?
Yeah, Mark, the guy who contacted me was walking through the store. He was buying some landscaping stones like this one. They're big and they're heavy, and he was loading them one by one onto his shopping cart when all of a sudden the pallet holding the rest collapsed right on top of him. The stones are heavy. Stanley Payne says he was loading them one by one onto his flatbed shopping cart at the West Jordan Home Depot.
So these were stacked up on a pallet?
So on a pallet,
how high?
About 4 feet high, about like this.
Then he says the pallet collapsed.
So all this weight came crashing down on top of you?
The whole entire pallet
That must
come down.
hurt like crazy.
Well, I thought, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not an ambulance chaser. I thought I was through.
Stanley says Home Depot employees reacted quickly, unburying him and calling 911. An ambulance raced him to the emergency room. He escaped with some nasty bruises and about $6,000 in medical bills. Stanley says he reached out to Home Depot to ask for help with the bills, and he heard back from the company's insurance company.
They said they're absolutely not responsible for any of it.
Stanley says he protested, but it got him nowhere, so he decided it was time to call me.
I wasn't doing anything out of line other than being there. And I think they should be the ones to pay for these medical bills.
So this time we reached out to Home Depot on Stanley's behalf to ask about all of this. We didn't hear back from their insurance company. We heard back from their corporate communications department. And just like that, some good news for Stanley. Quote, "We take accidents very seriously, and we expect every Home Depot store to be a safe place to shop and work," Home Depot writes. After our calls, Home Depot, quote, "reviewed the situation and are now working with Stanley to," quote, "ensure his medical costs associated with the incident are covered."
When you try and talk to these people, it's like I wasn't even there.
Stanley confirms he did hear from Home Depot, and his bills are being paid. And you know, we did talk to a lawyer about all of this who told us stores do have an obligation to make sure the stores are safe. If you ever find yourself hurt at a store and you want to try to avoid a fight like this, lawyers say the more proof you have, the better. Any paperwork, any photos you may have will help you in a case you might have to prove the store was negligent. Mark, Shauna?